Hello, everybody. This is Cynthia Kane, a reference and instruction librarian at the Emporia State University Libraries and Archives. And this is part 2 of our video tutorial for EL150, Introduction to the Elementary Education Major. In this video, we're going to be covering finding full text of articles when they don't pop up immediately in databases, as well as the options of interlibrary loan or document delivery for items that are not owned by William Allen White Library or are available in other ways. And finally, I'm going to show you a very brief overview of a source that we have called APA Academic Writer that helps you write your papers in APA style. There is another video link that you can access through your course that is more specific to APA Academic Writer, and you can watch that in more detail as well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to return to where we left off from our previous video. So I am now back in the Education Source database, and you'll recall I searched for elementary education and art education. And I've been going through some of these articles, many of which are available in PDF full text, and this is looking pretty good so far. And then I come to record number 16, Game-Based Learning, Creating a Multidisciplinary Community of Inquiry. Well, I'm kind of curious about this one. I'm going to go ahead and click on the link for it. And I might read the abstract, and it's something I'd like to get as far as a full article is concerned, but I am not seeing a link here immediately in this database for the full text of the article. Now, you can do something here that's not immediately obvious on the screen, and this is why I want to go through this next process with you. Even if you don't see the full text immediately in a database for an article, there is a good possibility that the library does have the full text of the article. It just might be in another database, or it might be in an online journal that we're subscribing to directly. And this is what you can do next. Let's go to the title of the article. And notice that I'm highlighting the title of the article, not the journal, but the title of the article, and I'm going to copy the title of the article. And you always want to keep a tab on your search open to the library's webpage. And the reason you want to do that is precisely for searches like this. You don't want to leave your search in your database because it's going to be hard to get back to again, even if you're signed into your EBSCOhost account. Remember when I said that you could use the Discovery Search Catalog for finding specific items? This is a good example of using the Discovery Search Catalog to see if we have the full text of that specific article. And we're probably going to go ahead and click on again on Hello Guest, Login for Full Access. And I'm already logged in, but it doesn't hurt to do that again just to make sure that it is authenticating me as being affiliated with the issue so I can do everything I need to do. Now I'm going to go up to this first field, and I'm going to paste the title of that article because I'm searching now in the Discovery Search Catalog to see if another database or another online journal might have the full text of this article. And sure enough, it is available in a journal that we subscribe to that's called On the Horizon from 2016. So I'm going to click on this PDF option. And there it is. Now, since I'm looking at the direct PDF, I don't have a nice option over here to save this to my Google Drive, but I could download it to my computer or I could print it out. Just depending on what it is that I would want to do. But don't give up just because you don't necessarily see the full text of that article immediately in a database such as Education Source. Copy the title of the article, go back to the Discovery Search Catalog, paste the title of the article, and see if it can be retrieved in full text through another database. Let's go back to our result list. And I'm going to try another one up here. And I'm going to go to the next screen. And you can see that I still have quite a few. Now here's one that also doesn't have the full text of the article available. And it's out of a journal called International Journal of Distance Education Technologies. Well, let's do the same thing with this. I will copy the title of the article again, go back to the library's webpage, click on Discovery Search Catalog. We're going to paste the title of that article again. And let's go to Full Text Finder. Now this one is rather interesting because this one could indeed be available as open access, and you may see this with some of these links as well. And that one was also available. Open access means that it's been freely published online and that nobody is really having to pay a subscription for it. We'll go back to our result list here. And we'll go back again to the result list. You notice that I'm clicking on result list rather than clicking on the back arrow here. The reason I'm doing that is that if I started to click on the back arrow in different browsers, it might actually have timed out my search. Sometimes you see that when you do an online form. But if I keep navigating within the database, such as going back to an advanced search and going back to my searches, it won't time me out. I'm still in the database itself. Now, if you wind up doing this type of search and you don't actually find the full text of the article immediately available in the Discovery Search Catalog, it's not necessarily linking to the full text, don't give up hope. So let's say that this one was not available. I searched and I didn't actually find the full text of the article in the Discovery Search Catalog. This is when I could now go to this link called Interlibrary Loan. Log in again with your ESU username and password. Now, you'll see that what happened here was that I already have a record set up for Interlibrary Loan because I've done a lot of Interlibrary Loan. If you've not done Interlibrary Loan before through the library, you're going to get a screen right before this one that will actually ask you to put in your user information, such as your e-number, your mailing address, your Emporia email address, and so forth. But the great thing about this is that once you set up your record and you do the article request through a database, such as I did, look what happened here. This entire form was populated and filled out automatically. I don't have to copy and paste. I could submit this request, and within probably a couple of days, a couple of working days, I would get a PDF of this article emailed to my Emporia email address. Now, this is totally free. You do not have to pay for this. So definitely take advantage of this service if you really need an article and it's not available in full text anywhere, not through a database and not through the Discovery Search Catalog. You can also use the Interlibrary Loan system. If we go back over here to the library's webpage, you can go to Interlibrary Loan directly down here. And again, I'm already logged in, so it didn't prompt me to. You can use the Interlibrary Loan system if you need a copy of a print book that's owned by another library, or if you are a distance education student. If you find a print book that's owned by William Allen White Library, that can be actually checked out to you and it can be mailed to you, and then you would pay the return postage. We're really happy to do that. You would actually use the Interlibrary Loan link here and go to book to do that. Again, if this were a book owned by William Allen White Library that you found through the catalog and you are a distance education student, if you're taking classes directly on the Emporia campus, we do ask that you come in and we'll help you find your books. But if you were a distance education student, you could fill out this book request for a book that you found that was owned by the library. And then down here, as a distance education student under notes, We would ask you to put in the call number of the book, and also please note that you are a distance education student, and then that will sort of remind us that we need to mail the book to you, and then again, you could mail the book back to us. So there are a lot of ways that we can help you get items with interlibrary loan or document delivery. Now, I noted at the beginning of this tutorial that we have another resource under databases that's very helpful if you ever have to write a paper in APA style, and it is called Academic Writer. We do have a separate video that you have access to through your course. You can watch that video, and you can watch me actually go through setting up an account with Academic Writer and showing you how to use this more in depth. But Academic Writer will actually let you verify references in APA style if you're ever not quite sure if something is correct or not. It will also help you write your papers directly in Academic Writer that are set up in APA style with a cover page, with a running head, also with your references list. There's just a lot of different things that you can do. I am a huge fan of Academic Writer, so I do encourage you to use that specific video tutorial for Academic Writer if you would like to learn any more about that. And finally, there are a lot of ways that you can get help this semester and beyond. Now, by the time you watch this video, this area will have changed. We will have our library hours for the fall semester. However, something is going to continue to stay the same. If you see this chat window open when you go to the library's webpage under Ask a Librarian, that means that a librarian is available live to chat with you. Now, this chat feature is really good if you need an answer to a quick question, such as, how do I cite a journal article in APA? What are the library hours? Do you have a specific book? It's not that good for in-depth research questions because that can take a lot of time. I would actually encourage you to contact me or to contact Dr. Sami beginning in the spring semester if you have more in-depth research questions, and we can spend a lot more time with you on that. But this is very good for very quick reference questions. You can contact the circulation desk at 341-5205 or email the circulation desk at libcirc@emporia.edu if you have a question about books or renewing any materials. Also, though, whenever the library is open and it's staffed, we do have a Zoom link as well. So you could click this Zoom link whenever the library is open, and you can check our most recent hours up here, and you can chat live with a librarian. We would really encourage you to do that because we can share screens back and forth through Zoom and probably answer some questions within just a few minutes. So always remember, there are a lot of ways that you can get information, that you can get help through the library. And I'm going to go back over here. And I really want to thank you for watching both of these videos. Remember again that you can ask for help from your library liaison for this class. You can ask me during the fall semester, Cynthia Kane, at ckane1@emporia.edu or 620-341-5480. And then beginning in the spring 2021, you can contact Dr. Terry Sami as your permanent liaison at tsami@emporia.edu or 620-341-5058. And always remember, go to the library's webpage at www.emporia.edu/library. Please reach out to us. Good luck, and I hope that you have a terrific semester.